Good afternoon, quilt roadies. I am saying hello from Sedona, Arizona. It is very hot. They are having an unusual run of 90-degree plus weather. And so we've done some hiking, we've done a lot of walking, but then we have to come back to Penny and cool off. It's really weird because all of a sudden it looks like off to the, let me think about this, to the north of us looks like a thunderstorm or something coming. I have no idea. But I wanted to catch you up on what's going on in the quilt roadie world. G will try to put together some slideshow of some of the places we are traveling to. Oop. Let me, my stitching was blowing away. There really is something blowing in here. Okay, getting myself back together here. So there is something blowing in. Today we went on a drive up to the airport here in Sedona. It has one of the Vortexes, which is one of those spiritual kind of, I don't know, I didn't feel any different, but there were a lot of people up there. So I did get to hang out with a lot of different people walking and hiking, and the view was spectacular. The view was spectacular. So, but I think, is monsoon season over here? Maybe not. Maybe we're in for another one. We've been enjoying our time here. We've caught up with friends that we have not seen in many, many years. It has been, I went back, and the way I had to calculate this was I went back through the quilt roadie videos to see when the last time we were here in Sedona, and it was 7+ years ago. And that was, it was surprising to me. We didn't come here in the van. We were in a different vehicle. We were living in Sisters at the time. So, yeah, this adventure has been amazing. We were celebrating not only our anniversary, but celebrating my birthday, because if you've been around for any length of time on Stitch Roadies or Quilt Roadies, I celebrate the entire month of October. I do celebrate the entire month. So, what else? Tomorrow we leave and we head back. We were originally going to go a certain direction, like through Page, and make our way home. But after our stay in Monument Valley, I had a great desire to go back, and so we changed our travel plans, and so tomorrow night we'll be sleeping in Monument Valley again. It is such an amazing, it's just such an amazing spot. It's so spiritual, and it's hard to believe. You know, when we took a trolley tour here in Sedona, and so listening to the spiel that the driver gives, all of this area was under an ocean at one time. And the reason they know this is a fact is that when you look at the red rocks in the area, they end at a gray area. And so whenever you see that gray line in the rocks, they have actually discovered seashells, sea life bones, things that make you realize that this was once all covered under ocean. I did get a little worried on the trip down though, because I wasn't really pacing myself. On the travel days, I have found that cross-stitching isn't my best thing to do while the van is moving, and so I embroider. And so I brought a lot of embroidery and hand stitching things. The first day I completely tacked down the binding on a quilt, and I thought, well, I've got to pace myself because already I had one whole project done. And then the second day I got my Kathy Schmidt's September block done, and so now in October we are moving to this pumpkin, but I got the September, so I met that scheduled stitch. And I brought all of my embroidery. You know, the thing about traveling in a van, or even any kind of motorhome or trailer or camping trailer, you have to be organized. And so all of my embroidery came in my Chris Yo bag. I know that in this bag is going to be embroidery. Well, once I got the binding stitched and the Kathy Schmidt's on the second day, I said, oh, am I going to run out of stuff? And then I realized, how could I run out of stuff? I have so many embroidery projects and hand stitching projects. And so I immediately moved on to my It's the Good Life. I just love these. These projects come already pre-printed. It has the needle and the thread, so it's a no-brainer, and it's done with a red pearl cotton. And so I got the second stocking. So I have 4 stockings that I'm doing. I have several of their projects, but I have 4 Christmas stockings that I'm doing because I want to put a little present in them for my kids at Christmas time. So I've got the 2 stockings done. See, they're already outlined. I just have to sew the back and the little trim. So now 2 are done, and I've started the 3rd and 4th one. Yeah, so that got done. I kind of carry all of my accoutrement for embroidery in this bag that was made for a workshop that Janine at Acorns and Threads put on, and this bag was made by Crafty Corey Stitches, and she sells her products through Acorns and Threads. But this was great, so it has my needles and my threads and all of that. The last thing, not the least thing, the last thing is I brought a Yazzie bag, and this Yazzie bag is so freaking cute. It's adorable for a smaller project. And so inside the project I have is this one here. Look at all those bullions that I've got to do. So when I get to Monument Valley, I'm going to be stitching a lot of bullions, and I've got the wool all prepped. I put the SF101 on the back. No, the Pellon. Yeah, SF101 on the back to make the wool not so stretchy. And then I have the thread. I have all the thread in here. And the needles that I need. Here's my needle book that I made with the Sue Spargo pattern, and it has scissors, a needle minder, and needles that I need. So traveling in a small vehicle requires you to be somewhat clever, or at least have clever friends. So that was what I brought as part of my Quilting on the Road pack, my go-to pack. We've been hanging out with friends, having happy hour, getting bit by bugs. I have no idea how miserable you can get by a bug that's the size of the top of a pin. They're called no-see-ums because you see them. And they don't like G, so they don't bite him, but they love me. And so my legs look like I've been through a war zone, and it has interrupted my sleep like crazy. but it still is so nice to sit outside. I don't know if you can hear, there's this little chittering in the background. Those are cicadas. And when they get going, you feel like there's a bazillion of them here. There's more of them than us. Yeah. So we went to Tlaquepaque, which is a recreation of the town Tlaquepaque in Mexico, and it's an art and shopping center. And there was a quilt shop there that was so funny because, oh, I forgot to bring it out. But anyway, let me tell you. She sells, it's called Quilts Limited, and she sells finished quilts. Also sells like fat quarter bundles. It's a small shop, so there's no like bolts, yardage type thing. Not too much of that, but everything's like in a nice, cute little pack. And it was so fun. I bought a pincushion kit because it was licensed to stitch by Sheila, my friend Sheila Snyder. The kits were already there, and so I had to get it. It was like a little bit of home. But the shop was small, and everything in it was beautiful. Yesterday, we decided to go for a drive, and we went to Cottonwood. And there's a quilt shop in Cottonwood, and about 7 years ago I did a video, so I'm kind of anxious to go back and look at that video, because when I went in the shop this time, it felt a little different to me. It had great air conditioning. Let me tell you, it had great air conditioning. And so we'll include that video of the walk around on that shop. They do not have a shopping website, but anything that you see in the shop, you can call and order. And I kind of tried to do a slow walkthrough of their bolts of fabric and their patterns. The gal there was very nice, very nice. And here's the thing, if you could do me a favor and do all other YouTubers a favor, is that if you order something from a shop that we as a community have featured on our YouTube channels, if when you put that order in, if you could let them know where you saw it, so that these shops can feel comfortable with having us video and bringing that video to you. In the past, there have been some shops that were leery about what the heck I was doing and wouldn't let me video. And my only thing is to share the world I'm traveling in. You know, I get no kickback from the shop, but just a way to let them feel more comfortable with the idea that someone's coming in and taking a video of their shop. So I hope you enjoy the shop in Cottonwood. We also went up to Jerome, which it's like you have to not have a fear of heights. It is up in the mountains on this windy 2-lane road with lots of switchbacks, and you can't take a big vehicle. Like, you would not want to take a big vehicle. I mean, Penny, pickup truck, Penny, that's about it. But I do think we at one point took our Class C up there, but I remember that being very scary. Very scary. There's not a lot of places to turn back around. But I had a wonderful day there, just, you know, knick-knack shopping and doing, having coffee and enjoying the view from the top of the mountain. Yeah. I felt very successful here in Sedona because I've basically finished my daughter-in-law, both my daughter-in-law's Christmas shopping. I was so happy that I found something that I absolutely loved, and that I thought each of them, they're different, you know, but each of them would love what I chose. So it was fun. But in the van, you know, I had to actually have one package mailed to me because I literally couldn't fit anything else in the van. We couldn't fit anything else in the van. So I feel like, are there no museums out here? Well, I do know we thought that there was, you know, someone smoking the happy weed because we could smell it, and realized that it was actually skunks, and there's actually holes dug in the ground around us here, and the gal up at the office here said that, oh yeah, they come out at night and they're digging for grubs, and you can definitely smell them. But yeah, haven't seen one. I was hoping to see one, not to scare it or anything, because I don't want that smell. But this is a beautiful RV park, Sedona RV park. They're very, very popular. You literally have to make a reservation a year in advance, because this is a perfect spot. It's less than half a mile to the beginning of the town of Sedona, and so yesterday we walked into town, and then we took that trolley tour that I was telling you about, which you know, it seems kind of, oh, it's a trolley tour, the guy's talking, but I learned so much from his little spiel that he was giving. So yeah. Okay, so stay tuned. G is going to attach the video of the Cottonwood quilt shop, the quilt shop in Cottonwood, and I hope you enjoy it. My goal, if it works out, is to be able to go to Corn Wagon Quilts, which is one of my favorites, in Springville, Utah. So we'll see if we get there in time and if they will allow us to video in the shop. We did it once before, several years ago, so I don't know if it's the same owner or what's going on there, but we're going to give it a good try and bring it to you. So keep on stitching. Get ready, fall's coming. There's a whole bunch of fall stitching that's so amazing. You know, I love all the fall stitching. Oh, can you hear it? They are just chittering away. Okay, well, you know, love you guys. Well, I'm at the Quilters Quarters in Cottonwood, Arizona. And a day spent quilting is a good day. So let's go inside and take a look at what they have to offer. I've been here before, but it's been several years.